Hello. Today I'll be doing LeetCode's weekly contest 356. Ideally, I like doing contests live, but I also like going to bed before midnight, so I'll be doing this as a virtual contest. That being said, I'm going to stick to the 1 hour, 30-minute time limit, but since it's not a real contest and there's less of time pressure, I'll try to take it slow enough to make sure I'm explaining everything clearly. It is now 9:52, so I'm finishing by 11:22. Let's go. Mm-hmm. 18 minutes. I am not going to get it done that quickly. Is this something I registered for? Okay. I've never done a virtual contest before. Does it time for me? Let's see. Mm-hmm. It times it for me. That is better. Okay. Come on. Opening them in different tabs just to spend less time loading. Number of employees who met the target. Okay. And employees. Okay. I has worked hours. Sure. Need to work at least target hours. Denoting the number of employees who have worked at least target hours. I'm just selecting which ones are at least target. This seems like an easy one-liner. This seems like it would just be... See, this will help loading eventually. But right now they're all loading, so this one... But this seems like I'm just selecting the things from the array that are that target. In fact, I don't even have to select them. I just have to count. So it is at least that target rather than more than that target, right? At least target hours. So it's just going to be hours.count hour greater than or equal to target, right? This is a built-in function. I'm just counting how many things are at least that target. This seems really straightforward, but run the code anyway to see if I did something dumb. Should be 30, 30. Yeah, good to go. This is O of n. Great. Easy peasy. I'm going to guess the next three are not that easy. Otherwise, I would be able to finish in 18 minutes. Okay. And now we wait. Come on, man. Okay. Array nums consisting of positive integers. An array complete if the number of distinct elements in the subarray is equal to the number of distinct elements in the whole array. Okay. Okay. The number of complete subarrays. Okay. Okay, so I want to first of all think like substring versus subsequence. Subarray does order. They have to stay in the same order. Okay, so the whole thing is, of course, a subarray. Okay, this is a... So num's length is less than or equal to 1,000. Well, it's less than or equal to 1,000. I can just check each subarray, right? Right, like this is saying that I can just do this in O of n squared. I think. Oh, maybe not though. Is it O of n cubed if I do the naive solution of... Okay, so there are n squared subarrays. Each subarray... I have to actually count the elements in it though. You know what? I'm going to try it. Because it's not a contest. I can take the 5-minute penalty. and I'm more interested in learning. So target equals nums.unique.length. This just tells me how many unique elements there are. Come on, indent properly. Okay, so now I'm doing everything, every subarray. So this is going to be count, start my initial count at 0. So I'm going to use 0 to nums.length. I'm just creating a double loop. So this is going to be, it starts from I, right? I is the starting element of my subarray, and then the ending element is going to be J, H. So this is just the subarray from I to J, or each subarray from I to J. Count plus equals 1 if nums from I to J unique.length equals target. Ideally, I would spell length correctly. Yeah, this is just the brute force. I'm finding the number of unique elements in each subarray. So this should work with the example test cases, and that won't tell me if it's fast enough to work in general. 410, yeah. Okay, this is the brute force solution. Let's see, maybe it's too slow. TLE or accepted? TLE, okay, great. And now we learn and make it faster. Again, if this were a real contest, I'd have made it faster to start with, but I was curious because I wasn't sure. This was kind of on the edge. Okay, so what I want to do this time is instead say nums equal set empty set. So now I'm not generating it each time. I'm just adding one element to the set each time. So now I can do I to nums.length. Oof. Okay, let me write this out and then explain it a little more fully. Basically, what I'm going to do is for each I, for each starting point of the set, or for each starting point of a subarray, I'm going to create the set one at a time. So each time I'm adding on one new character, that's O of 1, and then I'm checking the length of the set, that's also O of 1. I do this n times, but this means that instead of being n cubed, it's just n squared for I and for j. So I can't call that nums, what am I thinking? Subarray. That add nums I. I could even do an early return, although I don't think I need to because it's already n squared. But like I could, yeah, why not? Okay, so first I'm going to do the brute force way. So that's subarray.add nums I. Then I'm going to say count plus equals 1 if subarray.length equals target. Okay, so this should work directly. If I didn't 0, 10, that's no good. Oh, yeah, I need to add j, not I. It worked in the second one because they're all the same. 4, 10, great. This should work because it's O of n squared, but I can actually improve it. So if subarray.length equals target, then I can do count plus equals nums.length minus j, because if it works when I add like the fourth element and there are 3 more elements after that, it will also work when I add the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, right? So I can just add those directly, and then I can next. This technically doesn't change time complexity. Oh, shoot, why doesn't that work? Huh, okay. So I'm doing 5 minus 4, right? Okay, so to be clear, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so when I do it this way, this is index 3, so that's 2. This is index 3, so that's 2. Why am I getting 6? Because I'm resetting subarray each time. Does next not work? I want break, not next. That should work, right? Right, next just goes to the iteration of the inner loop, but I want to change the outer loop. Okay, great. Shortest string that contains 3 strings. Given the 3 strings A, B, and C, the minimum string that has and contains all 3 strings is substrings. Ooh, okay. Oh boy. Okay. So first of all, I can check if one is a substring of another one. Okay, they're just lowercase letters. Length is less than 100. That's convenient. String A is lexicographically smaller. Okay, lexicographically smaller, I can wait to worry. Okay, so I actually want to handle example 2 first. In that case, A and B are substrings of C, so I can ignore them. So, let's say strings equals set A, B, C. Oh, do they have to be different? Dang it, I can't even do that. Okay, so sorry, the reason I'm pausing is I was just going to delete the string if it's a substring, but if A and B are equal, then I can't do anything with that. Okay, minimum string containing A, B, and C. How do I handle the substring? Because if A equals B, then I can't just do if one's a substring, then I delete it. That doesn't work. Okay, so I can check each string against the other ones and say if it's not a substring of the other ones, I keep it. But again, I don't think that leads to the same issue though, because if the A and B are the same, then I don't keep either of them. That's no good. Okay. And then I also have to figure out this joining logic when it's a partial substring. Maybe that goes together though. Okay. So there, at most, sorry, this just bugs me. It looks unclean to me. I realize it's giving me information, but I find it distracting. Okay. So I can try joining them in tons of different ways. There are basically 6 possibilities, right? So I can do a join str's function of A, B, C. I'm just going to create a subfunction, then I can choose the lexicographically smallest one from this. So the basic idea of this function is it will find the earliest point it can join different strings. It will sort them first by length and then lexigraphically. And then I have to write the subfunction. But okay, so first I just find all the ways I can join these strings. That's going to be B, A, C. Option 4 equals strs. There's probably a better way to write this out rather than listing all the options separately, but it's short enough that this is, it's bad form. I'm sure I'll refactor it at some point. I want to get it working first. Option 6 equals join strs. If I were in a real company on a deadline, this is how I would do it. Fortunately or unfortunately. Option 2, option 3, option 4, option 5, option 6. Okay, so I'm going to do options dot sort by. So I'm going to have, first I sort it by length, so that's going to be option dot length, and then I sort it by the lexicographic value of the option itself. So to recap, I'm creating a helper. I need to create a helper function that will join strings in the shortest possible way. But once I have that, I would find the 6 orders I could join these in. And each of these joins is going to be like less than 100 possibilities. Yeah. Okay. And I'm actually going to break it up even more. STRs ABC is going to be join AB so like really I just need to join 2 things, right? Because then I can join the second one to the next one because I'm already doing the order. Okay, so how do I join strings A and B? Basically, for each ending in A, I want to see if B starts with that. So I would do iterate through. Okay, so I'm going to take the last n letters of A and see if B starts with those n letters. If so, then I join with those letters. I'm going to start back as far as possible, so I've joined them at the, like, including as many letters of A as possible, which incidentally includes as many letters of B also. So I'm going to go from 0 to A dot length. Do I, and I'm doing A dot length with 2 dots because I actually want to include when there's nothing left in A, and then I'm just joining B to it. So I don't like it actually, that could cause errors. So return A going from 0 to I plus B, right? Because that's joined. If B dot start with A from I to -1. Otherwise, I just do A plus B. Does that work? Okay, so the way this should work is first I'm looking at, this would be the entire string A. If B starts with the entire string A, then I would just return B. Otherwise, I'd return the first thing in A and the rest would be the first 2 things in A, and as much of A as I need to so I can join them. I believe that will work. Okay, AIA, BCA, ABA. Okay, what's my time complexity here? So if this is less than 100, I'm doing this 6 times, that doesn't matter. Oh, this is actually less efficient because then I'm looking through all of A. Really what I should do is A, comma, join BC, because I'm iterating through A each time. So that's going to be strictly shorter this time. I'm iterating only through 100 instead of through 200. Not that it makes a huge difference. So this function is, I believe, O of n squared. I have to generate the subsequence of A. So that's going to be O of n, and then I'm doing that potentially n times. So it's O of n squared, and I run that like 12 times, but that's still O of n squared. Make sure I didn't change anything. Nope, it's still ABCA and ABA. Great. This should work in O of n squared. Wrong answer. Okay. Why? It can be a substring without starting with it. Oh boy. Shoot. Okay. I need to rethink this. Well, let's do it this way. 0 to a dot length dot each do I. Here I'm just checking if it's a substring. 0 to, no, I to a dot length dot each do j. Return a if b equals a from I to j. And now if it's a subset, then it will do an early return directly without doing the starts with. Why? Do I need to check subset in both directions? B dot length, return B if A equals B from I to J. Because A could be a substring of B, or B could be a substring of A, and then it's finally too slow. Shoot. Oh man, okay. Okay. I'm going to keep this because I might use it. But basically, I want to eliminate the substring thing from the beginning. So, is substring AB. Okay, so the way I check if A is a substring of B is exactly what I did here. So if A is a substring of B, then I ignore A, right? Okay. So okay. Hmm. So let's first do it this way and make them unique. Strings is A, B, C dot unique because they can repeat. 3 strings. If there are multiple such strings, return the string, blah, blah, blah. Great. Okay. So if strings.length so if is substring AB, then man. Okay. I need to get rid of the ones that are substrings of the other ones, but I'm trying to figure out the logic of how I do these checks without. I can't delete it because if they're equal, then that causes problems. What if I do this either way? Okay, so here I'm checking if either one is a substring of the other one. Okay. Sort by well, strings.length. Okay, so if this were just 2, I can check if A and B are substrings of itself. Okay. Min string of strings. Def min string. And the purpose of doing this is so that I can find if it's only one string. So if strings.length equals 1, I can do this in one line. Return strings 0 if strings.length equals 1. Okay. If strings.length equals 2, I can do is sub AB equals strings is substring AB, if it's a substring, because they're sorted by length, that means I would go with the longest one. Then I would do B, otherwise join AB. And this is getting really unclean. Okay, so now I know it's 3. So if is substring AB, then I would do min string of BC. This is basically recursive. Else if is substring AC, then I would do, actually either way I would do BC. Okay. Otherwise, if B is a substring of C, then I would do min string AC. I'll just call this is substring 2. Oh, sorry, not is substring 2. Minimum string 2. Okay. So the way this works is if there's only one string, obviously I return that string. If that would never happen. Okay, so if there are 2 strings, then I would, if either of them is a substring, I take the longest one and join. Now, if A is a substring of either one, I do B and C. Otherwise, if B is a substring of that, I do A and C. I think I could, okay. So here's handling the substring case with recursion, because then it just does 2. Otherwise, I would do the minimum string of, as I originally defined it, where I do the sort. And I don't have to check if they're substrings, because I'm doing that already. Let's see if that works. Well, that's no good. Line 6. String. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Outlook. B.length for nil class. I really don't like this method. Why am I doing is substring for nil? That doesn't make sense. What line was that? 23. 0b.length. Okay. So I'm calling is substring. What if I print my strings and I print my ABC? Okay, strings is fine. Nil. Didn't return. That was really dumb. Really easy to fix. Finished. Okay, so it works in this case. I'm going to remove the print statements because they just slow it down quite a bit. AABCA and ABA. This should fix the time complexity, and it should handle the repeat cases. What? Why? Right, so I sort them. So then B is a subset of C. So I'm doing min string of ABC. Okay, wait. Is substring works in both directions, right? 0 to Is substring is fine. So if I plug in A, B, C, B, does this not sort by length? Sort by string.length. Great. Min string of strings. Okay. So first time it's 3. So is substring A is not a substring of B, but A is a substring of C. So then I do min string of B and ABC, which brings me here. And I should get it's substring, so I take the second one, right? Stop adding penalties for testing the same thing over and over. Undefined method A. Lovely. How? Strings.length is 2. What is this nil class nonsense? We established the length is 2, right? So there. Then it should print here. And then it should print here. It'd be the same thing. Maybe it doesn't like printing AB equals. It wants it to be like that. Okay. Hitting here. One, print AB. Oh man, this is bad. Okay. So why is B not a subset? If it is a substring, I return P is substring AB. Come on. that returning false? True. So then it should return ABC. Oh my freaking god, I'm not returning once again. No, I am returning. Returning that, and it's seeing if it returns successfully. No, that's not the issue either. What the heck? Oh man, this is not good. Strings. I have way too many issues with this function. This level of debugging is embarrassing. Okay. And did I run it? ABC. There we go. No printing. Now it should work. How? Okay, so it sorts them. ACA. String.length, string. Because they also need to be in lexicographic order. Oh my gosh. Why is this problem giving me so much trouble? This is really not good. Okay. Last one, and if this doesn't work, then I'm just going on to the next thing. All right, the other way also. You know what? This is a dumb way to do it. I'm gonna try this way and see if I get an error instead. So I'm gonna try both of them, going it in both directions. B, A starts with B, then options BI plus A, break, options dot sort by, first option dot length, and then option itself, and take number 0. Let's see if I put in this other input. AAC. Oh boy. This is so not ideal. Oh my god. I don't know why this is giving me so much trouble. I'm going to look at the other one and see if I can make progress on that, just because I need a break from this one. I'm getting nowhere. This is rough. It went to sleep because it does that every half hour, so I have to reload anyway. Good times. Okay. Low, high, stepping numbers. A stepping number, all adjacent digits have an absolute difference of exactly 1. Lovely. Okay. Oh boy. 298, 101. So you can't do 90, 10. Okay, so it'd be easy to find the number of stepping numbers that are 1 digit, that are a given number of digits, right? Maybe it wouldn't. Gotten burned for this one before in a contest. Equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Answer mod. Okay. Just want to make sure I have that down. Oh my god, this can go insanely high. Right, that is the same thing. Only have digits, no leading zeros. Lovely. Of course, it's a string. Stepping numbers and integer, all adjacent digits. So it seems like what you're going to want to do is find all the stepping numbers up to a number. And you could just subtract that, high minus low. You obviously can't iterate if you could go up to 100. Up to 10 to the 100, rather. Okay, so what you'd have to do is, I'm thinking you could do some sort of memo thing. Like anything 1 digit would work. Anything 2 digit, you'd find the number of things one. Okay, so if you have a 2 digit number, if you want to find all the 2 digits, then say if your second digit were 5, then you would check all the, rather your first digit were 5, then you check all the 1 digit numbers that started with either 6 or 4. That's 1 in that case. But if your digit were, if you had a 3 digit number, okay, so basically you just want the starting digit and the number of digits. I actually think I might be able to do this one more easily than the other one. Okay, so I'm going to say memo equals array.new. This is up to 100 digits. This is going to be 100. Array.new. And this is going to be 10. The starting digit could be any of those, really. Right? Okay, so def nums with digits, start digit. So return 1 if if digits equals 1. And it's not 0. You know what? No, I'm gonna keep 0 because it has to be at least 1, so I'll cancel out. Okay. Okay, so res equals 0 if start digit is not equal to 9, then you could do res plus equals nums for oh my god. Okay. So if it's not 9, then I can just add 1 to the digit. So that'd be digits minus 1, start digit plus 1. And if it's not 0, then I can do res plus equals nums of digits minus 1, start digit minus 1. So basically what this is doing is if the start digit, okay, let me rewind. So if you're looking at a number like 456, right, we look at 4 and we know the possible. That doesn't make any sense. If we're looking for all the, oh my god, if we're looking for all the 3-digit numbers that start with 4, then I would say the number of those is going to be ones where this is either 5, it's going to be 4, 5 blank, or 4, 3 blank. Now I have to do it in this annoying way because of edge cases. You can't have -1 or 10 as a digit. But then I can do memo of digits start digit equals res and return memo if memo. Okay. So this will get me all the things of 1 digit starting with that number, right? But what that doesn't do is, like, typically this is a more complicated in-between case. Okay. So this gets me all the digits starting with a given number. It's a given number of digits. That's definitely helpful. It doesn't do it all for me. I made progress though. I'm going to come back to this and look back at the freaking medium problem that's driving me insane. Okay. Where is the time limit exceeded? What's my time complexity for this? Actually, if I'm joining in both directions, do I even need to do all of these possibilities? Probably I do, or probably this wouldn't even work because I actually don't want to minimize here. Shoot. I actually want this to go back to how it was and fix it some other place. I'll leave that back as a plus b. If is substring a b, return b. I think there's a space here. Never mind. Else options equal join a b, join ba. Okay. Sort by. Here's where I want to do it, because if I'm combining them into 3, then I actually can't. Then I actually do want to leave it like this, right? Don't need to check if they're substrings. I know they're not. I don't think I need that. But because they could join with the third thing differently, then I want to do that differently. Okay, so option, I do option.length, option. I still exceed the time limit if I do that. Oh, no, did it get rid of my? No, it didn't. Okay, that's fine. B dot. Oh no, not again. Okay. Oh, and then I need to actually return. I swear that's happened like 10 times today, where I just didn't return something. Okay, so that works. Now if I test the long test case, is it still too slow? No, it's not. Did I make it faster? Or is it just too slow with other tests? What? That is bogus. How is that possibly too slow? So it's not doing time limit exceeded on. So the individual cases are not too slow. It's just a little bit too slow overall, even though it can pass each individual case. Lovely. Screw this then. Okay, that's good. It's better. So here I sort min strings. Okay, looking through everything again. I'm sorting these in order and then calling the helper min string function. So if the length is 2, Ideally, it's a substring, and I return the bigger one. But if it's not a substring, then I try both ways of joining and return whichever one's shorter. Great. Now, if there are 3 strings, then I can try either type of substring. And if none of those work, then I do join. Okay. I am doing redundant work here. That's not ideal. So A, B, B, C, A, C equals join A, B, join B, C, join A, C. Now, don't need join strings at all because I'm doing everything with join now. Now I can join No, that doesn't work at all. That makes no sense. I literally don't do any of those more than once because the order matters. Dang it. Okay. Just make sure I didn't change anything. Oh boy. So I don't have to actually store these in options. I can say min equals join a I'll actually be redundant. Like I could calculate each thing one time and then check if I need that, but like sorting 6 strings can't be the bottleneck here. It's got to be join. Return that if it starts with, right, sure, right. I can't possibly make that more efficient. What about substring? Can that be more efficient? Okay. Are they sorted by length, though? Why did I need to do this one again? Does it stop working if I stop doing that one? Not obviously. I'm wondering if I still need to do that, or if I can cut it in half by not doing that. Do I get a wrong answer? There we go. Okay. So I was just testing, double testing with a really slow test. Okay. Great. Got 3 done. That's a plus. Okay. So now I can find all the things up to a given number, right? Nums up too low. Nums up, is this inclusive? An inclusive range low. So nums up to high minus nums up to low minus 1. def nums up to. I really don't think I'm going to finish this, but I think I can make good progress on it. N. Okay. So len equals n dot length. So now total equals 0. So now I can get every number with any number of digits that's less than this. That's shorter than this, I mean, first of all. That's the easy one. So I'm going to do 0, 1, 2, len dot each do I. So I can do numbers starting with every number 1 through 9. One through 9 dot each. So basically what I'm doing here is if I have, say, a 3-digit number, I'm going to find all the 2-digit and all the 1-digit numbers that work. So this is going to be digit. It's going to be total plus equals nums. Did I really call that nums? That's fine. Of nums takes in digits, so that's going to be I, and then the starting digit's going to be digit. Okay. This is going to be totally wrong, just for funsies. How does it run? So this should be, no, runtime error. Answer divided by mod. Right. N dot 2s. Okay, I need to actually return total. Okay, so I'm just trying to check that one method. I believe it should work though. 9. Great. So that means there are 9 numbers, or 9 1-digit numbers minus 0 0-digit numbers. Perfect. And if I do the other test case, this should get all of the 2-digit numbers, of which there are, how many 2-digit numbers would there be? So starting with, so going up, there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going down, there would be 9. This should be 17. Yeah, okay. That function works. Nums up to works great. So total is working to get all of the numbers of fewer digits. Now the issue is all of the numbers of the same digit, right? Okay. So, okay. So all the numbers, how much time do I have left, by the way? 21 minutes. That is plausible. Hey, 9 bugs. Oh my gosh. I'm already past the time. That's fine. I knew I wouldn't finish in 19 minutes. It's not a terrible score. Considering the 9 bugs, it's pretty decent. Okay. So let's say n equals n dot to s. So if I have a number like 2,634, I would check all the numbers starting with fewer digits, with a lower digit, right? And then I do all the numbers starting with the same digit that didn't exceed that number. Okay, so I'm going to create another helper function. Total plus same digits, just to get rid of the up to thing. Same digits and okay, so 3 cases. First, the second digit could be much, much higher, in which case I do all the ones that were lower. So is n a string or a number right now? N is a number. So n dot to s. So first digit equals n to s 0. Digits. Okay, so not just digits. So if it's 1 digit, and dot length equals 1. I can't do that. Actually, I need to do that here. Turn n dot to s minus 1 if n dot length equals 1. Great. Okay, so it's more than 1 digit. So 2 possibilities, 3 possibilities. Either the next digit is much higher. So if n1 dot 2i minus n0 dot 2i is greater than 1, so total is 0. Then I would do everything up to that. Do 1, 2, and 0, 2i. You know what? I don't want to keep converting this. Okay, so if n1 minus n0, I am converting it 100 times. Then I'm going to do dot each. Total plus equals nums, right? Nums of k, no, of the number of digits. That's going to be n dot length. Okay. Okay, so the way I think this works is if the next digit's much too big, then I'm just going to look at every lower digit. So I'd find all 4-digit numbers starting with 1. In this case, starting with 1 and starting with 2. It doesn't include that number. Great. That should work. Else if, what if it's much too small? Then I can actually do the same thing. Basically, if it's impossible to start with that digit, or n0 minus n1 greater than 1. And I can really just do this as an absolute value. So if the difference is greater than 1, so what if the difference is not greater than 1? Then if the difference is not greater than 1, then I have to look at the different possibilities. Okay, I'm starting to think I don't like doing these dumb validations. Rather just return 0 unless 0 to 9 covers start digit. Way easier with conditionals, right? Okay. And length is 1 and 2s. That's funny. Line 10. So now I just have two possibilities. It could either start with that digit. So it has to start with that digit, and then I'm either going up or down. So I'm actually going to do this one regardless, right? There's no reason I wouldn't do this line. Okay. Return total, but otherwise I would do total plus equals. So now I'm going to do okay. So it could be going higher or lower. Right, so I'm considering the case like 5, 6, 2, 3. So I need to check both the ones starting with 6. So I need to find all the possibilities for 6, 2, 3 and all the possibilities for 4, 2, 3. Right? No, wait. Okay, so if it's higher, if n1 minus n0, well, if they're equal, oh boy. Okay. I actually can't go in either direction too much. So 623. Okay. So if I were doing 4, then literally anything with 4 would work. If I'm doing 6, in this case, then anything with 6 would work if it doesn't exceed that. So I think I do need to do these cases separately. So if n1 is greater, n1 greater than n0, total plus equals, so I could definitely go down, right? So I could do, nums, n dot length minus 1. So 1 less digit, and starting with n1 minus 1. No, n0 minus 1. I could go down, right? Also go up. Total plus equals. So here's where it gets more complicated, because then I have what are all the ways it goes up if it might not be able to go up again. So I believe that would just be the number of things I could do from 623. Oh boy. Would that be the same digit 623, or would that be the anything 623? Because it could be 6. That would just be the thing starting with 623. Man, this is tricky. See, this is why I'm not going to finish. I'm going to get close, but not finish, I think. 7 minutes? Yeah, there's no way I finish. Okay. So I'm just going to explain where I am so far, so I can finish later after the contest. So, creating a memo. Memorization's great. I'm doing the numbers up to high minus the numbers up to low. Non-inclusive because it includes low. That's great. So I do all the numbers with fewer digits. That part's fine. I tested it, unless I changed it. I change them in integers and then do the nums up to the same digit. So again, this part works fine unless I change that. This correctly gets all the numbers with 1 digit starting with a certain number of digits and a certain starting point. And that could be 0, because even though I can't include 0 in the original thing, I could have like 103, and then it would be 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Well, just 101, but that's not the point. Okay, so same digits, and so same digits. If they're this far apart, then I would only count things that are fewer digits. If they're not that far apart, then in the case where it's bigger, where the second digit is bigger, it's increasing, then I can count anything starting with a 6 and going down. Oh, yeah, I can count anything with 6 going down. So that's going to be nums. Starts with a 6 and goes down. that means it'd be n dot length minus 2 and 1 minus 1. And if the length is 0, then I want to return 1, I guess. But it could also plausibly start at 6 and go up. So in that case, I would equals nums n dot length minus 2 n1 plus 1 if n2 and n2 greater than n1. I feel that doesn't work. I'm going to try it and it's going to fail. Return 1 if n dot length, that's line 9. Line 22. Digits, start digit. Nums, where am I not giving nums 2 arguments? Oh my god. I don't like a memo. Okay. I want to see if this works, but then that's where I'm going to end it. What? Why? Oh, shoot. Do I need to do digits plus... It can be 100 digits. 10. That's not great. Okay. So that's definitely wrong. Good times. I have 2 minutes. I want to at least fix a basic issue there. So nums up to, right. So that's going up to length, the number of digits, I, and then the digit would be 1 through 9, right? Because it's starting with any of those, going up to, oh boy. Okay, well, I was definitely unable to finish this. I think I'm making progress, though. I can do all the numbers of a given digit, of a given number of digits, starting with a given digit. The same digits is where I'm still definitely fleshing out the logic, but it's getting fleshed out. I think this part's totally solid. I think this part is not totally solid. And moreover, I have another case to consider, which is if it's not greater, because I can't go too low either. It's sort of symmetrical. Well, I'm happy I was finally able to get through 3 after tons and tons of tries, but I'm going to call it for now. This was my virtual contest 356. I finished 3 questions and ranked around the 10th percentile. Oh no, worse than that. And ranked around like the top 15, top 20%. That's it. Hope this was fun and interesting.